Kuzampala and hello everyone. Today I am here at the Corin Dam, and this dam was constructed back in the 1960s. Today we are going towards Mount Gingera, which is the second highest peak in the ACT, and the elevation is about 1857, which is close to almost 1900 meters. So we're very much excited and we are expecting to see some snow up there on the summit. So we are now about to start the hike from the Corin Dam. We are going to go that side.
Corin Dam is around 40 minutes drive from Tuggeranong Centre, and it takes only 13 minutes drive from the famous Corin Forest. It is mandatory for the hikers to clean their footwears at the shoe cleaning station right at the start of the hike, which I find it pretty amazing and useful. It is also important to register yourself at Bushwalking Register folder, which is right next to the shoe cleaning station.
So when I saw the review about today's hike, they said like the first 2 kilometers is very steep. Let's see how steep it is. This hike is very good for the hikers if you really want to give a good access to your muscles. So it was a good one. It's very steep.
This track is for experienced hikers, not for beginners.
We had a very tense 200-meter uphill hike and we thought it was over, but again we have another one. So today we are about 6 hikers in the group, and 2 of them came late at the starting point. We almost waited for 45 minutes.
Norge, Nimi di PG. Demonchu.
나와. Here we are hiking uphill, and this hill doesn't seem to be ending any soon. I think we walked for almost a kilometer and a half uphill, and we still got I think maybe another kilometer. But it's good, you get that satisfaction. It gives that energy to our muscles, calf muscle.
Tari hiking to Mount Gingera. Plan di madhu mapanga hema. The last moment na charusu ki joye sila bebe. 7 hours de jidu dilatsi. Toch 10 days no bebe. Totonale azubi gana duybe. So far so good.
So the first 2 kilometers is over, and I think the steep is also done, but we are expecting the steep is almost over, and I think the next stage from here is going to be a little bit less steeper from here. We are now having the fast food break or the water break after 2 kilometers. We walked for nearly 1.5 hours. So we are taking the first break and we still have about 8 kilometers to the summit. And we might see snow as well if you are lucky, because last week there was a snowfall. And from here the elevation is not that steep, so we are happy right now, finally.
The terrain changes after the Stockyard Spur as it marks the end of the challenging 2-kilometer steep climb, and the single track expands to a wide fire track for most part of the remaining distance.
You started to see snow now.
Hands up.
So after 2.5 kilometers, we have to climb down after having a very tough climb.
차빙이 샘디 강기 가와웬
It's very heavy snow. I think it's about 7 to 8 inches of snow here.
Enjoy it.
So after 6 kilometers and around 3 hours, we made it to this point, and from here we can see some view of the surrounding landscapes. So this is our second break.
Along the trail, in about 6.5 kilometers from the starting point, there is a small place called Prior's Hut, where you can stay in case if you are tired or if you want to relax for the night and continue the hike next day. Two important things to remember about this hike is that if you are hiking in summer, you have to be careful about the snakes and plan accordingly. And if you are hiking in winter, always keep an eye on the weather forecast, as there is always a possibility of heavy snowfall and blizzard, and you need to have a good snow hiking shoes. After walking around 2 kilometers from the prior's hut, you will arrive at this point on the right side of the fire track. And from here, there is 1.2 kilometer uphill hike, which will take about half an hour to the summit.
Five hours
Yeah.
and 11.26 kilometers, 985 meters elevation gain. So we're almost there, maybe another 5 minutes.
So after 5 hours of hiking, we made it to the top of Mount Gingera. So the distance is around 11 kilometers. So by the way, Mount Gingera is the second highest mountain peak in the ACT. It's about 1,890 meters above sea level. So up down, the total distance is about 20 to 21 kilometer. So it was good. We are blessed with a wonderful weather today. So thank you for watching. So it was worth coming all the way here. So it was a good experience. So it's the lunchtime right now. We are having lunch.
This is the view of the hikers having lunch, enjoying lunch. And that side is the northern side, and you can see far away this. You can see Canberra actually here, Canberra. And this way is the south side, New South Wales probably. That's a Marvin method. That's how high we climbed. Vertically we climbed around 1 kilometer.
The time right now is about 1:50 p.m. in the afternoon. So we have to make our way back.
Since this trail is long and tiring one, you can plan the trek in 2 days instead of 1 day. You can carry your own tent or spend a night in Prior's hut, which is 6.5 kilometers from the Corin Dam to the summit. I think one has to obtain a permit by contacting a visitor center at Namatki National Park. It is important to register yourself at the Bushwalking Register folder stand, which can be seen right next to the shoe cleaning station at the starting point. This is done so that if any emergency incident occurs, the rescue team will have the necessary information. And please don't forget to sign out at the register on the way back.
Quite tired. 8 hours of walk. Only 8 hours.
Right now the time is almost 5:30 and we still have 1 kilometer to go. So it was very nerve-wracking, leg paining, but very satisfying. It really hit our like knees and joints.
Tired now.
So it's not recommended for those who are doing the first hike here in Mount Gingera. It's not good for beginners. I think they need to do some local hikes, short hikes, and then come here. Otherwise, it's not recommended.
Today, we spent our time generously by taking long breaks and enjoying the most of it, by not rushing, and we had beautiful memories, and because of that, it's getting dark.
It was about 9 hours to go to the summit of Mount Gingera and come back, and the total distance is 22 kilometers. And this trek is very hard. I recommend all the hikers who want to try this trail to do some local hikes and then come. It's not for beginners, to be honest. So you have to be really prepared to come to do this hike. So overall, it was a good hike, and we are a good team. So thank you everyone for joining the hike, and thank you everyone who are watching my blog. I highly appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
And we'll see you in the
Bye.
next
I see you in another blog.